Hi guys, James from DBG here, and welcome to a slightly different unboxing video. It's not really an unboxing video, it's going to be a ramble, you know what I'm like. Anyway, so in front of you, you see the number of boxes. The whole reason behind this is this tatty box here. I was tidying up underneath my work desk. Going through some old boxes of sprues and stuff, you know, just decanting stuff off sprues, etc, like us gamers do, and putting them in Ziploc bags or in the bits box or whatever, because, you know, stuff's useful. Anyway, I found this box, and it goes back quite a few years, at least 3 or 4. So I looked in it, and lo and behold, I found this, a whole load of 15mm British armour. So these are Plastic Soldier Company with Battlefront tank commanders. So first of all, we've got your standard, the sun's being a bit glary, there you go, standard Sherman 5. These are, trying to get, these are just a tiny bit smaller than Battlefront ones. They're less chunky. I suppose you could sort of call them true scale, whereas Battlefront is far more heroic scale. But their tank commanders are much better. So I'll try and get you to have a look at it. There you go. Tank commanders are much better than the Battlefront ones. And then we have the Firefly, easily recognisable with the 17 pounder gun and the welded shut. Come on, focus. There we go. No, we're not. And the bow machine gun welded shut for extra ammunition storage, because 17 pounder shells are just so darn huge. And we also have 3 of these guys. Now these are Stuarts, the Stuart Honeys, originally for an 8th Army project, and these will come in a little bit later on, but I think I did a video on them and they're absolute arse to build. The turret is far too many pieces for whatever you want, but once they're built, they actually look really good. So yeah, so that's boom, there we go, focusing again. So that's what I found, and I thought, that's just been sitting there ages not being used. And since I've just done an awful lot of Flames of War type stuff, I thought, hang on, let's see if we can expand this. So I dug out all my books, because I still buy the books for Flames of War, even though I don't really play it anymore. I like to buy the books. I like to army build and wish list and stuff like that, like we war gamers do. Anyway, so I went through my books, and I thought, obviously we're going to do British. I've got 10 Shermans in there, 3 Stuarts or Honeys. What can I do? So then comes this. We have the mid-war sort of starter box called King Force. Churchill King Force, named after the I think it's 2 platoons of, or 2 troops of Churchill tanks that took part in the Battle of Alamein, called King Force. And on the back you get all the stuff you get in there. So you get 3 Churchills, 3 Shermans, 6 universal carriers, tank sprues or tank crew sprues, a rule book. I have many of these rule books. I might actually have to give some of these away because I'm getting more and more of them. Decal sheets and unit cards, and as I've said before many times, I love these unit cards. Anyway, we'll open that in a minute. I thought, you know, that's good for mid-warness. So the Honeys can technically go with that. And then I got this as well, a Churchill troop, And this is a very handy one because you look at the back, obviously you get all the other stuff like your 3 Churchills, decals, unit cards, etc, etc, but you can make so much. So you can make the Churchill Crocodile, you can make a Churchill with a 6-pounder, Churchill with a 75, Churchill with a 95mm howitzer, the Avery petard mortar known as a bunker buster or the flying dustbin, because it just fired this huge spigot mortar and anything hit by it was generally destroyed. And then you have the late version of the 75 there as well. So that can easily be added to the Fireflies, the Shermans, etc, etc, etc. And then I thought, what else can we do? Because I don't like tank units being minimum size. So minimum size for a Churchill tank unit is 2 in mid-war, it's 3 in late war. So I thought I need another command tank to go in there. So I got this, and this is exactly the same as ones in there and almost identical ones in there. The only difference is this one has an additional sprue added to it for the crocodile bit and the Avery bit and the 95mm bit and a few other, because in late war they had different cast turrets and different welded turrets, etc, etc, etc. So there's technically more stuff in here, but because the base of the Churchill will remain pretty much identical, I can swap the turrets around, or that's my plan, to swap the turrets around. So that's what this is going to be about. This is about me planning stuff in my head, buying some miniatures, and hopefully everything working out. My plan, because Flames of War uses a slightly different points system to what anybody playing, let's say 40k or Age of Sigmar or any other points based war game is, they've taken the 0 off, so it's all single digits. So an average size game is around 50 to 75 points if you've got a small 4x4 table. Go up to 6x4, it's recommended you do 100 to 125 points. So just as a way of explaining this, so words. This box here, every miniature in here, because it's mid-war and because these were, well, the Sherman and the Churchill were game changing in the desert in Tunisia, because the British didn't really have stuff like this before, and the Germans didn't really know what to do with it apart from shoot 88s at them. Anyway, so in mid-war a Churchill tank is 11 points. In late war a Churchill tank is 6 points. So you can see a difference. So this box here, everything in this box, if you put it together as an army, comes to 64 points. So if I take one of the Churchills out of that box, put in there 11 points, that is a 75 point force. And if I want to add and make it up to 100 points, come on James, words, make up to 100 points, I add the Stuarts, that's 5 points, that makes it 80. I add a unit of artillery, around 20 points, 100 points, done. And it's only going to cost me an extra 18 or 19 pounds to get a box of priests, which is what I'll do, and add it to that. And that is a 100 point mid-war desert force from a British. Now this, because we've got the crocodiles in, I'm going to have a troop of 2 crocodiles and a troop of 3 Churchills with 6-pounders, because they're just as good as 75s in the game anyway. Add that to that lot down there, also comes to 75 points. And again, if I want to add extra bits. Just need to add a little bit of artillery and a little bit of infantry. Bish bash bosh, 100 points, done. So let's open these up. I've done unboxings where you've seen M4 Sherman, because these are M4 Mark 1, what the British would call Sherman 1s. So they're M4 Shermans and universal carriers. I've already done unboxings that show both of those, so I won't unbox that. But what I will do is I'll unbox these two, because I want to see if my calculations are correct. Then everyone, if I'm wrong, can point fingers and laugh in the comments section. So here we go. There's Churchill Midwall box. Bubble wrap, always handy. There's everything. There's your British tank commanders, which are very good. There's your cards. And there's your decals. Yeah. Very mid-war and very cool. So, what we've got here. As I thought, we have a base Churchill sprue. And then up here we have, sorry, I should have done this later, the sun. So up here we have the two different hulls, because the CS1 has a 3-inch howitzer in the hull, as well as a 2-pounder gun on the turret. So yeah, we've got the fenders, and there's a 6-pounder gun there. So that's that. And there's the Midwall turret sprue. Focus. Should have 2 turrets there. This round cast one here will have the 2-pounder gun in, which I believe is there. And then this is the, I believe it's still cast, or it could be welded, 6-pounder turret, which hopefully will transpose straight over onto the late war ones. But we'll find that out in a minute. So, crack open the late war box. Oh, tank commanders. Crack open the late war box. What have we got in here? Hopefully there's going to be enough decals for me to do what I'm planning with the or bubble wrap. Very handy. Do what I'm planning. Yes, here we go. There's decals. The label ones, so you've got the Allied, oh Jesus, Mary, mother of, there we go. So we've got the late war stars and the tank commanders. We have all the lovely unit cards, which I love. And then we have, let's do a bit of a comparison. These should be identical. So this is the late war one I've just picked up. This is the mid-war one. They are identical. That makes me a happy man. So I'm half right. And here is the other sprue. So we've got on here different turrets. There's the crocodile trailer. There's different turrets, different. That's the 95mm gun, I think. Yeah, there's the petard mortar. Come on, focus. There you go. There's a 75. Different turret options. Yeah. So my idea is going to work. So that's very good. I just want to check the mid and late war turrets. Oh, they are slightly different. I should be able to get away with that. Not too much of an issue. So my initial idea will work. Where's the turret pegs? Oh, there doesn't seem to be any turret pegs. Oh, so plenty of turret pegs. There's 2 turret pegs on each hull sprue, so you can do multiple turrets. Interesting. All right, well, I'm glad to see that my idea worked. Well, in my head anyway. So as I sign out, I'll just leave that there for something for you to look at. So yeah, my idea worked. Quite pleased with that. So hopefully I'll be cracking on with this over the Christmas period, because I have a bit of time until my 2021 job start in January. There will be another video coming out soon, a bit of an update on what's going on in my life, because if you live in the UK, you'll know that retail is taking a massive hit because of Corona, or COVID-19 I should say, and I work in retail, and yeah, it's looking quite challenging at the moment, but I'll do another video about that later, and hopefully there may be a way to help things out in the future. Anyway, so as usual guys, without further ado, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope I haven't bored you too much. Do check out the links in the description to everything, Goblin Gaming, Patreon, etc, 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 all the social media bits. Do all the other YouTube stuff, like and share. It does help us out. We are achingly close to 2k subs. It'd be really nice to hit 2k subs sometime soon. Also, I don't know if you noticed, Chris has done an awful lot of streaming lately, so do check out his streaming videos. They are very good. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll catch you guys next time.